Jorin's bumhole. It's me, Bimblin Bloodaxe of the Lonely Mountain. Join me here in my Lord of the Rings online playthrough as I help the Free Peoples banish the shadows of Angmar from Eliador. Awesome. Right. Couple of things. Remember how I said we were going to do that instance whereby in the Forsaken Inn? I've already done it and I've not videoed it. The reason being is I did start videoing it, but when I went into it, I remembered from back in the day, as I often do, how much I absolutely hated that instance. I've only done it once. Well, twice now. All the other times, all the other times I've played this game, I've not done it. And I remembered why. Because I absolutely loathe it. It's a pain in the ass. So I ended up doing it, but I didn't record it. I just can't face it. I can't face it again. I finished it because I started it, but yeah, it's awful. I hate it. There's a lot of they're called riddle doors, and they give you a riddle, and you've got to do an emote to open the door. And I'm crap at riddles, so it took me ages to do the riddles. That's when I turned off the recording. Actually, it was getting on my nerves. And then the fight at the end, you can do it solo, but it does help if there are 2 or 3 of you. And the reason for that is there are a couple of pressure plates that you've got to sort of stand on to defeat the main boss at the end of it. And consequently, it makes it very tricky if you're a solo player. And it's just annoying. It's just really annoying. Anyway, I did do it. It is done. But yes, I didn't video it. It was causing much oaths and bad language. And though doubtless many of you are out there going, "Oh, we'd love to see that." No, you wouldn't. So I've done that. Anyway, so that's pretty much the Lone Lands done. We've got a bit of Gartha Garwin to do, but we'll come back and do that at a later date. I did level up. I'm now on level 36. No great changes have taken place. Apart from one, I got the muster in... I think I got muster in... oh, no, I didn't. I got returned to Oscaruth, and I got returned to Thorin's Gate, that's it. Unfortunately, I can't go back to Thorin's Gate because I've got to have it selected in... I'll just show you. If I go into my race traits, I have to have it in here, but I want these ones. Return to Thorin's Gate there. As soon as we get to level 37, this slot will open and I'll pop it in there. Okay, but as it stands at the moment, we don't need to go to Thorin's Gate, but I have put it on. I have put it down here ready for when I do slot it. Right, so we've pretty much done the Lone Lands now. So we're going to do Yondershire, but just before we do, I'm going to go to Trestlebridge. If we just have a look at our... it's just a little Breeland thing, Breetown to Trestlebridge. We'll just finish that off. I should have done it in the Odds and Sods episode, but yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll go to Yondershire, and we'll just polish off Yondershire before we go to the North Downs. But another reason just to go to, in fact, we'll set off. Another reason just to go to Trestlebridge is it will give us a stable that we can go to. So when we finally do go to the North Downs, we can just, you know, quick travel there. So that's what we're going to do. And another thing I did, remember when we Dob Sandever and his pack here, there was another quest popped up off this chap, Amlan. And Amlan asks you to go and kill Svalthang, and that was the giant, remember, that I killed anyway. So I've done that off camera, because you've already seen me kill the giant. All you do is get the quest off Amlan there. It's annoying, because you've got to finish Dobbs' quest first. As soon as you give him back his pat lunch, then Amlan's quest comes up. So you end up going back and forth, so it's a pain in the ass anyway. You've already seen me kill that particular... oh, in fact, we'll go. We'll ride there. We'll ride to North Downs. You've already seen me kill that particular giant anyway. And that's all you do. You just kill the giant and then come back, you know, when you've done that quest. So that was off camera as well. So a couple of things I've done off camera. They weren't interesting. Don't worry about them. Yeah, that bloody instance. I hate it. Can't believe I've ended up doing it again. That's what failing memory does for you. Otherwise, straight away, as soon as we've gone in the Forsaken Inn, I would have gone, I'm not doing this quest because I hate it. Hopefully there are not many others like that, but yeah, this bloody... These riddle doors, they're a real pain. People who are good at riddles, fantastic, they'll have a whale of a time. I hated them. I'd make a rubbish hobbit. I mean, I'd be alright, you know, on the eating and the drinking part of being a hobbit. But the riddle solving, no. Gollum would have just eaten me. Yeah. It'd have all been over before it began. If I'd been the hobbit in the Hobbit. And Gollum, he'd be a little bit fatter. Anyway, on we go. So we've been up here before, when we were doing our Breland quests, and we've just got to go past Hengstacer Farm. In fact, don't tell me. Oh no, it disappeared, thank God for that. I thought I still had that Hengstacer map. I could have got here a bit quicker. But we're going to go straight past Hengstacer Farm, we're going to carry on going north. Quickly going to bob into Esteldin, like we bobbed into Oakbarton, just to get the stable, and that way we can quick travel to Trestlebridge, not Esteldin. We could quick travel to the North Downs now, and we'll be able to quick travel to Evendim now. And hopefully, from Trestlebridge here, I'll be able to quick travel to somewhere like Mickledelving. Because we're going to do Yondershire, and the direction I want to come into Yondershire is from Ered Luin side. So I just need to get to Dweilond, really. Get to Dweilond, and then we can very quickly get to Yondershire. And we can visit some old friends. Another way to get to Yondershire is to go via... what's it called? Oh, I can't remember its name. The village in the Shire. The one near Rushock Bog. Oh, God, that's gonna... I can't believe that I can't remember that. What is it? Shire map. Needlehole. How could I forget Needlehole? You can get to it through Needlehole, but I do want to come at it from the Ered Luin side. So we're going to do that. So this, anyway, this is how you get to Trestlebridge. I may as well show you. Just through this little pass here. And we enter the North Downs. It should come up in a minute. On screen. Again, another quest hub. And we'll be coming back here when we do the North Downs. But let's get rid of this Breland quest. That's outstanding. We still have, as far as coming back here, we still have the introduction to the North Downs, the destination one. Here it is, entering Trestlebridge in the North Downs. come through here, through the gate. And I think the stable master is here.
How can I be of service?
So we've done that. Where can I get to? I can get back to West Bree, but not to Swift Travel. How annoying! I might cut that out. So I'll go back to him to travel back to West Bree in a minute. Who we've got to talk to here? Is it Captain Trotter? No, Guardsman Otley. There he is. Quick chat to him, get rid of this.
How can I be of service?
Excuse me. Breetown sent you, eh? It's good to know that our messengers arrived safe and sound. And now that you're here, well, it's good to have another sword arm for the cause. So we're finished now. And we'll come back at a later date to do this little quest hub. Right, I'm just going to go back to the stable master here. There'll be a short edit, and we will be back in West Bree before you know it.
What do you need?
Okay, here we are at West Bree.
What do you need?
Now, I don't think we can get to anywhere like... Oh, we can get to Sellendim, so we'll go straight to Sellendim. See you there in a minute. Good old Sellendim. Right, here we are in Sellendim. Let's see where we can get to from here.
What do you need?
Dweilon, that's where we want to go. So, I'll see you in Dweilon in a sec. Here we are. Je suis arrivé en Dweilon. The herbs, the spices, the Cointreau. Right. So, back in Dweilon. So, let's get on our horse. And I'll show you the way into Yondershire that I didn't show you before. Remember, we pretty much went straight to Mickle Delving before. This time, we can go through Yondershire. And before, we were a bit underleveled. It's a bit hairy to go through Yondershire when you're, you know, about level 10, 12. You've got to watch it, but we'll be alright now. So you come here, instead of going left, which is to the lodge, we go right. Then hopefully I've remembered this correctly, and there should be a bridge down here. Yes, there is. Woohoo! Couple of bridges, in fact. And in a stunning first for Elven architecture, they've actually put some guardrails on this one. Now, more sensible dwarven architecture here that Bimblin thoroughly approves of. Proper bridge. Right, okay. First of all, I think we go past the Dweilon homesteads here, which is like these sort of elven houses. I will get round to housing at some point. I have mentioned I don't really use the housing in this game. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay, you know, don't get me wrong. It's if you like that sort of thing, you know, then fantastic. So I think they're down here. Yes, Falathorn homesteads down there. That's all the sort of elven-like houses, which are very nice actually. Though Falathorn itself, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. It's not very central or anything. I think the houses are the nicest looking houses. Right, Hildefons. Want to have a chat with us? No? Right, this is Yondershire. Should come up very shortly. And we're looking for a couple of old friends around here. Should bump into them, he says. So you see, we're back to rich iron deposits and stuff. And what level is that? That's level 21. So if we were travelling by, you know, if we'd used our horse to travel to Mickle Delving, you know, this way, then we would have had to avoid all of these because they'd have just munched us. They'd have one-shotted us. I'm sure there's a couple of guys I should be chatting to around here. Are they over here? No, it's just some footprints. That's one of the quests we're going to have to do. Okay, I'll just follow the road round. A couple of half-orcs knocking about. Have this rich iron deposit while I'm going past. Rich iron, I've now actually done expert in Prospector. But rich iron, if you find it, do collect it. Because the expert crafting for Prospector needs quite a bit of rich iron. And it's not very common. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to level it up. Consequently, when you have leveled it up yourself and you are getting extra rich iron, then you can sell it on the you sell it for an absolute fortune on the auction house. In fact, to get that much for it, I'm gonna just mine it here. So anyway, my memory has obviously played tricks again. I thought there were remember the dwarf Athal and Avorthal, the elven prince that we rescued way back in Ered Luin months ago, well, weeks ago. Yes, I thought we bumped into them here, and they started off the quest chain, which I thought, you know, would be. I thought that'll be good. You know, it'll be a bit of a be a bit of a throwback to where we started. But obviously, I've misremembered it, and we'll probably bump into them somewhere. I thought it was just after we crossed the bridge into Yondershire, but obviously not. I've misremembered. But going this way is fine anyway. Right, here's Yondershire properly. Just go past all these loons are hilarious. Obviously, we're not aggroing them now because we're a bit over leveled, but brilliant. So, here's a bounder, and this is Yondershire, as you see. Come through there, and immediately it turns all very hobbity. I like Yondershire, it's good. The whole shire itself is a little bit odd. I may have brushed on this before. The region that is called the Shire, let's bring it up. This is Yondershire, obviously. So, we'll put this here. So this is like a lot of the North Downs. Yeah. But if we actually have a look at, have we got the full Ered map? No. But have a look at the Shire itself. So you've got Yondershire up here, which is where we are, pretty much. The Shire here, there's a bit of the Shire in Evendim, that was Oakbarton, up there. Now, South Farthing, down here, isn't in the game yet. So the furthest south you can get is Narrowcleave, which is where, you know, we had to go for that fireworks quest in the Shire. The whole of South Farthing hasn't been done yet. There's a bit of Cardalan. Show map. Eriador. Cardalan has a bit of the Shire in it, but only a tiny bit. No, it doesn't. In fact, it doesn't. It doesn't. Sarnford here is that'll take you directly to the Shire as it stands. Oh, we've got Eriador. Sarnford is down here, and it'll take you directly into the Shire, which is there. But the whole of this area down here, the South Farthing, hasn't been mapped yet. So that's a new area. So I don't know when they're going to get round to it. But yes, bit weird. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Good old nosy hobbits are back. A reason for doing Yondershire now as well is obviously we won't. Here's Tyfield. We won't level up much because we're sort of over leveled for killing the monsters and stuff here. We'll still get some experience for completing quests and what have you, but we shouldn't level up that much. And the North Downs and the Evendim, they're meant for you to be around level 30 odd. So it's a good place. It's a good time to do this now. We won't level up too much, and we'll still be in good shape for Evendim and for the North Downs. So what's come up? Obviously, we've got sites in Yondershire that we've got to meet. Got to visit, rather meet, visit. First thing to do, I thought that was the actual stable. It isn't. This is the stable.
Hello there.
So we'll meet the stable master, which will help. And there's somebody in here that we've got to chat to. Salga Greengrass or Frothard Tuck. Here's Frothard Tuck. So to Yondershire.
Hello.
Welcome to Yondershire. What brings you to the farming hamlet of Tyfield, friend? Okay, so we've got that. Obviously, he's got a load more quests. But we've done that. But we want to chat to Salga Greengrass in No Bottle first. So let's have another look at the map. And No Bottle's just along this road. So we're going to trot along this road. Use the stable master at No Bottle. And talk to Salga, which will be good. Whoop. Oh, Lothow's bounder. So you know he's up to no good, Lotho. Excuse me, he's got his own bounders up here in Yondershire. He sneaks. We don't like him. There's another one probably. Yeah. Got his own little private army. Remember, rich iron. When you've leveled up your crafting, just make sure you get all you can. You'll make yourself rich. Rich, I tell you. There's a reason why it's called rich iron. It's because you can sell it. Right, No Bottle. First of all, that's right, stable master. Where is he? There he is.
Hello there.
So there we go. Found him. And Salga. Where are you? The pub, the Fox and Fiddle. Let's see if she shows up on the map. Yeah, she's round here somewhere. Where is she? There she is.
Just a
Welcome
moment.
to Yondershire and welcome to No Bottle, friend. Woo! So, friend to the Yonder Watch. That didn't take long, did it? I think we also get... We might get Mathams here, I'm not sure. So we might get Mathams as quest rewards, which will help us with, obviously, our Matham Society reputation up there. Right, so what we'll do is we'll start in No Bottle. And we'll pick up some
Might I have
quests.
a word with you?
Welcome to the village of No Bottle. I'm Salga Greengrass of the Yonder Watch. We here at No Bottle welcome both friends and strangers alike. Despite what you may have been told, farmers, brewers, writers and all sorts of folk reside here in No Bottle, and we are proud of them all. We even have some guests at the moment, such as that Fredigar Bolger, a hobbit from far away on whom I've been keeping my eye. Perhaps you can do the same. He's alright, Fredigar. While you are here, I recommend exploring our lively village and seeing the sights. The village centre, No Bottle Farm, the Fox and Fiddle, the finest tavern in all of Yondershire. When you are done, feel free to make the journey to the village of Longcleave. Once there, you can meet Rosa, the newest Reeve. She took over from her mother, you see, who was Reeve before. Oh, do not let me talk your ears off. Get to sightseeing. So, there we are. So, this is a good way to get round No Bottle. You can tell this was designed a little later than the original game, because the quests sort of hang together a little bit better. So very good. So Fox and Fiddle, we may as well go to the pub. It's only just here, and we'll pick up quests as we go along. So we'll just have a quick trot round No Bottle, and then we'll call it a day. Right. Here we go. Who missed all the hobbity names? I know I did. Let's have a chat to Hubo Clayhanger.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Why, hello there. I've not seen you before, which can only mean one thing. You do not live in the village. I knew it. I may spend most of my time right here in the Fox and the Fiddle, but I've found that news has a way of collecting in taverns better than anywhere else. What brings you to No Bottle? An adventurer, you say? Oh, I'm something of an adventurer myself. You simply must come back to my home. You can view my collection of books and regale me with tales of your most interesting and exciting adventures. Okay, Hubo. We'll do that later. Has the tavern keep got anything for us?
Can I help you find something,
Nope.
friend?
Apart from booze, obviously, but we're working. Look in here, just check that we've got no other quests in here that I might be missing. This is a big boozer. Look at the size of the place. Really nice. Woo! Yes! Let's have a dance. Okay, enough of that Bimblin. Enough frivolity. Let's go out. Got all the quests in here now. Back to work. I think Fredigar's down here. See what Fredigar's doing up here. Last we saw of him, he was in Crick Hollow. getting attacked by Crabane, if you remember. I think he's up here. A young hobbit speaks to a crowd of admirers. Who might this be? Why, it's Fredegar Bolger.
Stay and have some tea.
The young hobbit speaks to the small crowd that gathers around him. They say the bounders protect the bounds. Why is that? That is because everything within the bounds is our home. We are hobbits, are we not? We will decide where the bounds are and where the bounds are not. The young hobbit turns his attention to you. You there! You look like you could use some more convincing. Speak to these hobbits gathered around. They will tell you I speak only the truth. So we'll speak to our first hobbit admirer. Fredegar is worried about Yondershire, and I believe him. We live a peaceful life, but lately I've seen more and more troublemakers about.
Hello there.
Hello! Fredegar speaks the truth. I've seen a ruffian or two cross the bounds of southern Yondershire. We have got to do something.
Good day.
He is such a good storyteller. I could listen to him talk about the bounds all day. Did you know the bounds of the Shire used to be different from the current bounds? I've seen the maps. Hugo Clayhanger has a book containing such maps in his collection. Now, what was the name of that author? It was someone familiar, but I can't remember why. And finally,
A lovely day, isn't it?
I don't have proof, but I think some of the stone walls that mark the old bounds are being moved. One day the old wall was intact, and the next, why, it was missing a stone or two. Somebody is up to something. Indeed. Fredegar, what do you reckon?
Hello there.
Now that you've spoken to these fine hobbits, you must see that I speak the truth. My name is Fredegar, no Fredegar, don't you remember me? And I've but one concern, the state of the bounds. There has been something upsetting going on in the Shire. I can't say any more than that, but you'll have to take my word for it. There are frightening folk about, and Fredegar shivers. The less said of that, the better. But I have also seen a number of ruffians moving about, and we can surely do something about them. Can I ask you to persuade some ruffians to turn tail and return to their homes outside the Shire? I know they have taken up residence in the ruins of Oslagarath to the north, but you may also find them prowling about elsewhere in Yondershire. I'll sort that out for you, Fredegar. Would you like to meet an old friend? Oh, before we do that, we'll get to a quest from Postman Grub. I wonder what sort of quest this will be. Oh, he's got a few. A hint of tampering.
Please, stay a
Oh,
moment.
hello. If you have a complaint to file against the quick post, I do ask you to submit it in writing and deliver it to my assistant, Ebo. We are aware of a number of issues involving delayed or lost mail that some hobbits have reported over the past few weeks. Rest assured, the quick post will get to the bottom of it. With that out of the way, who are you? And how can I help you today? You introduce yourself to Postman Grub, and that's what's happening at the quick post. Pleased to meet you, Bimblin. I'm Walto Grub, and I've been postman going on for 12 years. I'd say it's my calling, if you believe in such things. As for what's going on with the quick post, I wish I could tell you. Like I said, the mail's been turning up late, or not at all, and the folk in the Yondershire aren't too happy about it. I don't know if the postmaster's been trying something new or altering routes, but I don't think that's it. Postman Grub looks around and lowers his voice. Between you and me, I think someone's been tampering with the mail. If you're of a mind to help me sort this out, meet me inside the quick post. Okay. But you've got other quests.
Might I have a word with you?
For years now, I've done my duty as a postman to the best of my ability, but as of late, I've found it quite overwhelming. It pains me to ask, but would you help me to handle this workload? I have many deliveries to make today, and I do not know if I can finish them all before sundown. And what would folk think of the quick post then? If you'd help me get some of this mail delivered to Longcleave, I'll see to it that you are properly compensated. Provided, of course, that the task is done to the standards of the quick post. No stopping to chat with nosy folk, and no swimming. At least not while you're holding one of my satchels. Also, I'm told that some queer bounders have been coming out of Hithershire and bothering our folk. They seem an unsavoury lot, and if I were you, I'd avoid them. The mayor or the first sheriff ought to have a word with him, I think. Nothing doing with attitudes like that. So, not only have we got to avoid nosy hobbits, and obviously swimming, we've got to avoid these Lotho's bounders and the chief's bounders. They're bastards. So we'll accept that. Route and a bottle to Tyfield.
Might I speak with you a
Oh,
moment?
one more thing. If you'd also help me get a satchel of this mail delivered to Postman Heartclover in Tyfield, I'll see to it that you are properly compensated. If you've never been to Tyfield, simply follow the road west and you'll pass through the centre of our village. Postman Heartclover is at the quick post just along the road in Tyfield. If you find yourself at the Elbows Bend, you've gone too far. Don't delay, avoid noisy habits, etc. and so on. We know the rules. Do you know that we're like, you know, one of the most respected post people in the Shire? Right, old friends. I think he's up here. Old friends who we're always delighted to see. Oh, I've got to go inside there. Alright, where are you? Again, looks like I've misremembered. I won't tell you what I've misremembered. As I'm sure it will come up. It will come up. Oh, in fact, I know where I've got to go to pick that up. Okay. Yeah, I've remembered now. As I so often do, remembering after the fact, just go in here. Talk about this mail tampering. Ebo! He's in the back. Postman Grub. Get this mess.
Hello.
I must apologise for the mess, Bimblin. You see, we're a bit backed up in here with no battle, with letters and parcels due to be delivered to the Hithershire. Most folks down in Michael Delvin, Hobbiton, and the like just call it the Shire. But it seems a bit odd to me, but I digress. We've had a few postmen come up from Hithershire with small deliveries, but none of them are taking so much as they ought to deliver back to the rest of the Shire. It's almost like they're trying to slow the whole process down. For goodness sake, we've had a parcel due for stock sitting here for over a month. Ebo received a delivery from the quick post of Waymeat this morning, and as usual it was very light. Unfortunately, after I inspected the letters and parcels, I only became more suspicious that somebody's been deliberately tampering with the mail. Why don't you head up front and take a look at them, Bimblin? I'm curious to what you make of their condition. Okay. Let's do it. Letter. Unsealed and hastily resealed. The knot's been undone. People's going through the mail. It's a disgrace. Wrinkled and stained by TA. Unsealed. It's disgraceful. Marked with a curious symbol in ink. Hey. Got another letter. Yes. Things are afoot.
Just a moment.
What do you think, Bimblin? What did you make of those letters and parcels? Are my concerns ill-founded? You tell Postman Grub that unless many hobbits have coincidentally forgotten to add postscripts until after sealing their letters, you must conclude that there are obvious signs of tampering on all the recent deliveries at the quick post in No Bottle. I knew it!
Might I speak with you a moment?
I knew it, Bimblin. If Postmaster Proudfoot had caught wind of this, he'd have already put a stop to it. For all the work he's put in to maintain the good reputation of the quick post, there's no chance he'd let some sort of conspiracy drag it into the mud. I have to inform the postmaster at once. Postman Grub takes out a blank piece of parchment and inks a quill. He begins writing, periodically glancing to his ledger. Now, Bimblin, I hope you don't mind, but I need to ask you to deliver this to Postmaster Proudfoot in Mickle Delving. In case something should happen to this letter, commit it to your memory that No Bottle has received 33 pieces of mail from the Hithershire in the past month. The postmaster will have his own records on hand, and I would urge him to compare them against my own. Postman Grubb finishes writing, seals the letter, and hands it to you. I'm counting on you, Bimblin. There is something afoot in the Shire. There is. By golly. So we sort that out. We might actually do this, because I think I can get there quite swiftly. As ever, I'm going to leave the running ground for that as soon as we've done all the no bottle quests. Then I'll pick up the Longcleave one or the Tyfield one, whichever. I'll just finish these off, and then we'll get the horse to Mickledelvin and have a chat with our old friend Postmaster Proudfoot, see what's going on. And it's also reminded me that we'll bump into our old friend that way. Now that I've remembered exactly how. Exactly where he is. Oop, what's this? Oh, it's Hugo Clayhanger's house. Obviously got to do something, like look at his books. The Wonders of Wellstones by Hugo Clayhanger. This book seems to have been started some time ago, but it remains unfinished. Another book. A Bounder's Life for Me by Banderbrass Tuck. This book is an old chronicle of Bounder tales, apparently written by the bull roarer himself. Nice. Another book. Out of the Bounds, Maps of the Shire, proper and the Yondershire, by Freddie Garbolger. Now, there you go. Didn't know that he was a bit of an author as well. This book contains many maps of the Shire with boundary markings and other annotations. Very good. There's another book. High Stalks, The History of Pipeweed by Ludo Grubb. This book would be a fine read for anyone looking to grow pipeweed. Excellent. There's a cat around here. Where is it? Must be hiding. I can't see it. Okay. I looked at these books, didn't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one. The Perfect Sward. How to Tend Your Yard by Hamfast Gamgee. This old book appears to be a guide to gardening for beginners. Right. Thankfully, he's now going to give us a brew. About time. That's nice.
How do you do?
Oh ho, you found my book. Yes, it's true. I'm writing a book about the history of the Wellstones. They are ruins found in the Yondershire. Some called the ruins Bar Faroth. Have you visited them? No, I haven't.
Hello
I have
there.
a feeling
Might
that
I
I will
speak with
be.
you a moment?
I must confess something to you, friend. This feels silly of me to say to someone who has adventured far and wide, but I have never actually been to the Wellstones. I've been writing mainly about the accounts of others who have seen them. You see, I've not actually set one foot outside of No Bottle in my entire life. My mother took me on a trip to the Shire proper a few months before I was born, but I don't believe that counts. No, I don't think that counts. And so my book remains incomplete. I need more information. I need an eyewitness account. Can you go to the Wellstones and look for any relics you might find? I will also make use of any etchings you can provide. That would be most helpful. Remember, the ruins in question go by 2 names, so you're looking for either the Wellstones or Bar Faroth. We'll do that for you, Hugo. I think that's it. Don't think he wants anything else. Right, what else have we got to do? We've got to visit No Bottle Farm. And I think that's on the way out. I think it's up there. I think that's it, on that hill there. We'll quickly go there before we go to Mickledelvin. Pick up the quest there. Ooh. Farm and brewery. Love it. So, Bloater Hot Blossom.
Good day. Might I have a word with
Hello there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be the sort who enjoys a good brew. Well, could be right there. Bit cheeky, but yes. You're in good company here, friend. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever fancied brewing up a good beer yourself? I find if you engage in the process, you'll have a greater appreciation for every bottle you enjoy. And wouldn't that be quite a nice reward? I'll be happy to teach you the way of it, for I'm Bloater Hot Blossom, the head brewmaster of No Bottle, and mine is the finest beer in West Farthing. Don't let anyone tell you differently. This may be one of the younger settlements in the Shire, as things are reckoned, but No Bottle is still centuries old by now, plenty of time for us to master brewing. Now listen to the many steps of brewing a beer of which you can be proud. So we've got to collect barley from the fields. Obviously, that'll be a chain quest, so we'll just pick that up. We won't start it right away, because I want to get this Shire part of the quest out of the way, and then we can concentrate on Yondershire. There should be a swift travel from the stable master here. It's good to be adventuring amongst hobbits again, isn't it? Makes a nice change.
A lovely
Change of
day,
pace.
isn't it?
Right. Mickle Delvin, where are you? There we go. We'll do the swift travel. Oh no, we won't.
Good day.
We will do do the normal travel, because then you can see a bit more of the Yondershire. So essentially, this way we're going to go through Needle Hole, which I want to go through. You'll see why when we meet this old friend of ours. So yes, this is the West Farthing. Sort of got added on. So we're near the Tower Hills, essentially. And here is another... I've forgotten about the stable. So I'm going to dismount and actually collect
A lovely day, isn't
this stable. Well, this is costing me a fortune. Costing me a fortune. Okay, so we've got a bit of moorland here. Actually, this might take us through Little Delvin. I can't remember exactly. Can't remember. Let's have a quick look at the map. Oh no, maybe Needle Hole. So as you can see, back in the lovely Shire, whether it be Yondershire, Hithershire, the Shire, it's quite lovely. Yes, we've come into Little Delvin. No matter, we'll go back via Needle Hole. So back in the day, before Yondershire was part of the game, Needle Hole again, there was a big cliff where we've just come down, and you couldn't. It was a bit of a. It was a bit of a dead end. Was Little Delvin, but not anymore. It's a bit of a thoroughfare now. So a bit of travelling about this episode. But at least you've got to see a bit more of Yondershire. Let's dismount here. Because Postmaster Proudfoot.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Hello there. What's this now? You hand Postman Grubb's letter to Postmaster Proudfoot, and seals it, begins reading. After a long moment, his eyes widen. Well, I don't like the sound of this at all. To my knowledge, the Quick Post has not altered our service to No Bottle, or Yondershire for that matter, and we certainly would not make a habit of failing to make deliveries entirely. To his credit, Walto has provided a detailed record of the comings and goings at the Quick Post in No Bottle. One of my associates, Onyx Nethercott, has taken to maintaining the ledger, and I assure you our records are current and accurate. A careful comparison between Walto's records and the ledger should tell us everything we need to know. You'll find Onyx behind the counter inside the Quick Post. Tell to bring out the ledger, and we'll see if everything is in accord. We'll do that. In we go. Onyx! There she is. Associate
Is there
Postman.
something I can do for you?
Oh, hello. What brings you to the Quick Post today? You introduce yourself and tell Onyx that Postmaster Proudfoot has asked to see the ledger to compare it to Postman Grubb's records. Oh, dear me, has some sort of mistake been made? Just a moment. Onyx leans down, produces a heavy ledger from under the counter, and examines its spine. After a moment, Onyx sets it down on the counter with a muffled thud. Here you go, Bimblin. Take all the time you need. Well, there's the ledger. Let's have a look. Obviously, being a scholar, Bimblin is excellent at this. And no doubt, we'll find that there's jiggery-pokery going on. According to the ledger, 58 letters and parcels were bound for Yondershire in the past month.
Hello.
A discrepancy? I can't believe such a thing happened on my watch. Onyx pauses for a moment and composes herself. 58 pieces of mail sent out, but only 33 actually making it to Yondershire. That just doesn't make any sense. And besides, no one's ever lost that much on their routes, not since here the days of Ned Harfoot. Here, Bimblin, show the ledger to the postmaster and see what he makes of it. There's trouble with the Quick Post. It's not happening here in Michael Delvin.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Ah, you brought the ledger. Were you able to find what we were looking for? You tell Postmaster Proudfoot that you found clear discrepancies between the records of Mickle Delving and No Bottle. He shakes his head solemnly. I'll have to thank Miss Nethercott for keeping such neat records. To be quite honest, that has never been a strength of mine. If it's all the same to you, I'd still like to examine it myself. You hand the ledger to Postmaster Proudfoot. He leaves through it, pausing in a few places and tracing along the page with his finger. After a short while, he snaps the ledger shut. It's as you said, Bimblin, a discrepancy of 25 pieces of mail.
Could I take a moment of your time?
If the evidence of tampering that Postman Grubb discovered wasn't bad enough, we now know for certain that someone is interfering with the Quick Post. However, these would-be conspirators don't know that they've been found out. We can use that to our advantage. Firstly, we must safeguard the mail due to be delivered to Yondershire. After Onyx and the others sort it here in Mickle Delving, it is sent to Waymeet for any final preparations, then carried along the usual route to No Bottle. Postman Twofoot oversees the Quick Post at Waymeet. You'll need to speak with him and ensure that any mail for Yondershire is returned to my care here in Mickle Delving. Until this issue is sorted out, I don't want to take any chances. Next, I'd like to conduct a test of the route to No Bottle. Something is going wrong between Waymeet and No Bottle, and I want to know what it is, but I'd rather not risk someone's mail for the test. With a look of sudden inspiration on his face, Postmaster Proudfoot produces a piece of parchment from his pocket. He begins scrawling a lengthy letter, and after a long moment he seals the letter and crumples it gently in his hands. Here, Bimblin, I've written an exhaustive account of the weather over the course of the past week, and a ranking of my favourite pies in the Shire. Perfectly innocent, I would think. I've not signed it, of course. I don't want them knowing I've found them out if something goes awry. When you arrive at Waymeet, ask Postman Twofoot to provide you a satchel. You'll run the route to No Bottle yourself, and if you meet with any resistance along the way, return to me at once. Hurry now, Bimblin. The quick post is depending on you. Right. So this is a bit more involved than I thought it was. Bear with me, viewers. So, weigh me. We'll go the quick way, which is the back way. That's Myrtle. Wonder if she's done any petitions lately. Right, round we go. Past Sanson's farm. We've still got a few quests to do there, but it'll be a while before we do them. The weirdo chicken quests. Whee! Down to Waymeet. See some old friends. Dora. Still hasn't gone back to her farm. Have you, Dora? Yes, we did teach those wolves a lesson, didn't we? Postman
Is there
Twofoot.
something I can do for you?
Good day to you. May I help you with something? You tell Postman Twofoot that Postmaster Proudfoot has requested that the satchels of mail bound for Yondershire be returned at once to the quick post in Mickle Delving. You also inform him that the postmaster has asked you to conduct a test of the route from Waymeet to Nobottle. Ah, see, there's something amiss with that route in particular. For what it's worth, the satchels for Yondershire haven't been sent out for delivery yet. My assistant, Norbert, was handling them today. The last I saw, he was still wandering about in Waymeet. If I had to guess, he's probably left the satchels about to collect any last-minute letters and parcels. Told him, time and again, should keep an eye on the satchels, but he's always off looking at pipeweed fields or busy chatting with nosy folk. As for the postmaster's little test, it'll take a little shuffling, but I think I can find an empty satchel around here for you. If you go collect those satchels and tell Norbert to bring them to Mickle Delving without delay, I can have it sorted out by the time you're back. Nice. Yeah, gotta do all that crap. Well, there's the first satchel. That was easy find. Can you talking to, Mr. Unfriendly Ruffian? Take your bloody head off. There's Norbert. So I've obviously got to find the other satchel first. Wherever it is. Found one. It's the other satchel. Curse it. Pipeweed. Mentioned he likes pipeweed. Oh, he's left it here, on top of a rock. Norbert. Lazy ass. Get it to Mickle Delving. Today.
Is there something I can do for you?
You found Norbert and sent him back to Mickle Delving with the satchels. Very good. Norbert's a good worker. Could have fooled me. Just needs the occasional kick to keep him on task. I do wish he'd take an interest in something besides pipeweed, though. It's as though he thinks an hobbit can only have one hobby. Appearing to realise he has lost his own train of thought, Postman Twofoot gestures towards the table outside the quick post at Waymeet. I've emptied out a satchel for you. If you like, like the postmaster asks. Feel free to use it. So, we're going to have to do the old running, I think.
What do you need?
It's been a while since I made the trip to Nobottle myself, but it's a nice route. It's a nice town too, truth be told. I've spent more than a few nights and even a few mornings in the Fox and the Fiddle. Postman Twofoot finally appears to notice that you have finished preparing the satchel for Yondershire. All settled then? Just the one letter. Suppose it's just a test, that's for the best.
Might I speak with you a moment?
If Postmaster Proudfoot wants you to run the usual route to Nobottle, you'll have to follow the road north through the bog to Needlehole and then continue northwest to the Rushet Gate. Once you pass through the gate, you'll be on the road to Nobottle. Postman Grub is always on about the quick post, so he should be easy to spot. Yes, I know who he is. It's all right. Ah, right, you've already met. It's a bit of a journey, but it's a simple enough route. Oh, and keep an eye out for nosy hobbits. Best of luck to you, Bimblin. I hope the postmaster is able to sort this out. So, we're just going to go the usual way. The way we went last time to Needle Hole. Nostalgia. Isn't it wonderful? So if you remember, we like to find a hedge to hide behind as we trot along. So we've got lots and lots of time because we're not even being timed. So all we've got to do is the reason we're not being timed is because I'm a clown and I haven't actually picked the satchel up. Duh. Tell us about the rabbits, George. What a clown. What happened there? Too much talking is what happened there. Right, let's try again. Right. Now we'll go the usual way. And we do have plenty of time. Whoa! To avoid the nosy hobbit. I think we're okay after Dora Brownlock's farm, to be honest. We can travel along the road now. Down we go. So you've seen this before, so I'll probably cut this out, save a bit of time, as this particular quest has been a bit more involved than I thought it'd be. I'll see you in a bit. And here's Needle Hole. Pop through here. Don't think there are any nosy hobbits here. There better not be. Like last time, I think I showed you very quickly that this is the way to Yondershire. I showed you in one of the episodes. Across the Dwarf Bridge. Down to the other Dwarf Bridge. And there's the little gate towards Yondershire, just across the river. The Rushet Gate. Found a dogberry.
Hello.
Haven't you heard, Postman? There's a new rules. By order of the Chief Sheriff, all mail is subject to inspection prior to delivery, especially to the Yondershire. And that's actually over. I'll decide if it's worth the Chief's time. Dogberry. Dangleberry, more like. The harumph Bounder Dogberry slips the letter into his pocket and takes the satchel.
Just a moment.
Like I expected, the Chief hasn't seen to this one yet. No mark, no delivery. Just one letter, though. I might as well bring it to the Chief, even if it's just a bunch of prattle. Bounder Dogberry furrows his brow, and a sneer forms at the corner of his mouth. Don't you worry, I'll make sure the quick post gets their satchel back. So, I've got to go all the way back to bloody what's it now. But, very quickly, we're going to bump into somebody up here. Yes, it's Bingo Boffin. He does have a few quests in Yondershire. And it was him I was looking for before. but we'll end up there. That's where some more of his innumerable bloody relations live. So we may as
Can I
well do
take a
this.
moment of your time?
Well, hello there, Bimblin. This is a pleasant surprise. I'm on my way to Yondershire to welcome my cousin Priska's daughter, Angelica, to her new home. She's not in her tweens anymore, you see, and has purchased a home in Nobottle. They grow up so fast, don't they? Priska and her other children are planning a housewarming party for Angelica. Oh, right, so it's the same mob from Buckland. And I'm certain you would be welcome as well. Some of Priska's brood made the trip a few days ago. They intended to find a suitable present to give to their sister. Perhaps don't tell Priska I said that. She dislikes when I refer to her children as a brood. She broods on it, you know. I'm such a card. I should remember to write that down. Anyway, if you're in a festive sort of mood, I'm supposed to meet up with my cousins in the centre of Tyfield. It's to the northwest of here in Yondershire. Yep, so we've started another one of his quests. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do now is I'll meet you back at Mickledelving. I'm going to get the I'm going to use the stable at Needlehole. So I'll see you in a bit. And here we are back in Mickledelving. Let's get on the old horse. Postman Proudfoot, the bad news.
It's been a foul day, it has.
You're back sooner than I expected, Bimblin. What happened? You tell Postmaster Proudfoot about the bounder you encountered at the Rushock Gate. You inform him that someone titled the Chief Sheriff has been issuing new orders to the bounders demanding inspection of the mail and interfering with the quick post. Chief Sheriff? Why, there's no such thing. I'd sooner call myself Lord of the Post. There's a first sheriff, yes, but he's never been sought for more rules. In fact, he spends most of his time puttering about the town hall, as far as I can tell. No, this is some upstart meddling in things he knows nothing about. Dangleberry, was it? You tell the mayor that what the bounder said to you, and have him set things right for the quick post. OK. Will Whitford, what's going on?
Hello there.
Yes, may I help you with something? You inform Mayor Will Whitfoot of the Postmaster Proudfoot's concerns and of the so-called Chief Sheriff interfering with the quick post. You tell him that the Postmaster has insisted that service to Yondershire be restored and free of any unlawful inspections. Why, there's no such title. Ah, the Postmaster said that too, did he? I wonder if this has anything to do with that upstart in Hobbiton. A terrible nuisance, that one. If you would allow me a moment to think, I believe I can resolve this matter to the satisfaction of the Postmaster.
Hello there.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I've made up my mind, Bimblin. I'd like you to inform Postmaster Proudfoot that I'm officially authorising him to alter the route to Nobottle. It is my recommendation that the new route ought to pass through Little Delving into the Yondershire, even though I expect the folk dwelling there will give me an earful for it. Nevertheless, it's like my grandfather used to say, if trouble is standing in your way, better to walk around it. As for that so-called Chief Sheriff, let us hope this is the last we hear of him. I certainly do. Well, I don't think that's going to work, is it? Clown.
Can't a body be left alone?
What did the mayor have to say, Bimblin? You tell Postmaster Proudfoot that Mayor Will Whitfoot has authorised him to alter the route to Nobottle in an effort to undermine the plans of the would-be Chief Sheriff and safeguard the quick post. You inform him that the new route is to pass through Little Delving into the Yondershire and continue northward until Nobottle. It isn't perfect, but if it means the mail will reach Yondershire, it'll have to do. However, unless the mayor is prepared to act against this upstart, I fear it will not be enough. For my part, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on the goings-on at the quick post. As you know, the quick post has many offices across the Shire. Who can say that the chief hasn't already found useful friends in some of them? That is a matter for me to resolve, Bimblin. As for you, I would have you oversee the very first run of the new route to Nobottle. I believe Onyx has been preparing the satchels inside the quick post, so just speak to her when you're ready to set out. Okay, Onyx.
Is there something I can do for you?
Hello, Bimblin. How are you? What can I help you with? You ask on its Nethercot. If the satchels for Yondershire are prepared, and inform her that the postmaster has asked you to run a new route to No Bottle on behalf of the Quick Post. Oh, so that's what all the business was about. I overheard you talking to the postmaster. I didn't mean to, of course. It's just these windows are awfully thin. While you were talking to the mayor, I put all the mail for Yondershire into a bigger satchel and set it just outside on the table beside the postmaster. With so many things pulling at his attention today, Hugo must not have seen me. It's all there, though, ready to be delivered. Don't let me keep you, Bimblin. The folk of Yondershire have waited long enough for their mail. God, hobbits are so nosy. Right. Off we go. Just like old times. That's Myrtle Boggs. Busybody, but she's not nosy. Well, not about mail anyway. Hop over here. And then, as we know, there are no nosy hobbits on the way to Little Delvin. Not if we stay on the left-hand side, actually. I think there might be one just across the river here. We'll just stay to the left-hand side. I think there's a guy who sometimes walks up and down there. Is that him? No, he's a hungry hobbit, so we're alright. We're not carrying any pies this time. Right, so round we go. Don't get the satchel wet. Up we go. And back to No Bottle. So yes, I thought that was just a question of going to Mickle Delvin and straight back, but obviously not. So we've had a bit of a nostalgia episode, doing a bit of quick post work. But there has been a lot of travelling in this episode, so we'll be editing out various bits of the trip. I'll keep this one, this bit. I just want to make sure we don't have any other problems with people trying to interfere with the quick post. I can't remember anything happening, but just in case. I wouldn't want you all to miss out. Apologies for my coffee. I've got a bit of a tickly throat. I hope I'm not getting a sore throat or anything. Because that may well interfere with the videoing if I can't speak properly. But we'll see how we go on. What's that at the back? Perhaps if I spoke less. What you trying to say? Oh, we're on too much. Yes, you're probably right. Past the stable master. And we bear right. I think we can ford here. Only just. So pissed off if I'd have had to go all the way back to bloody Mickle Delvin. Right, nosy hobbits here. Let's take to the fields just in case. I've done Yondershire before, but only a couple of times, so I'm not quite as sure on where all the nosy hobbits are and the... I think we're alright just to go through here. And the bounders and what have you. A route over yonder.
What do you need?
My goodness, Bimblin, is all that mail out of Hithershire? Postman Grubb takes the satchel, sets it down on his table and peers into it. After a moment, a smile spreads across his face. Why, this'll keep me busy for days. Cannot thank you enough, Bimblin, but tell me, were you and the postmaster able to unmask the culprit behind the tampering and delays? What happened? You tell Postman Grubb of the self-styled Chief Sheriff, who's been gathering support in the Shire and employing some of the bounders to unlawfully confiscate the mail. You tell the postman that Mayor Will Whitfoot has drawn up a new route to Knowbottle by way of Little Delving, and that service to Yondershire has been restored. In addition, you inform him that Postmaster Proudfoot intends to remain vigilant against further attempts to disrupt the quick post. From all the talk I've heard around Knowbottle, it sounds that Lotho fellow out of Hobbiton is behind it. I don't think he's got the mind for a plot like that, though. I must thank you again, Bimblin. The quick post owes you a great debt. So, ooh, we get a nice earring. Isn't that nice? But they're like level 20, so we'll just... probably all the same. Worth the same, so we'll just pick that one. Cool. And we've got the quick post of Yondershire and quests of Yondershire now. Okay. Let us leave it there. Spin around. Yep, so a bit of travelling. We're now doing Yondershire. And, yes, bit of a memory lane episode. So we'll finish Yondershire. I don't think it'll take too long. From what I recall, there's not that many quests. And certainly not as long as the Shire anyway. And as soon as we finish Yondershire, then we're fully ready to do the North Downs, and after that, Even Dim, I think. Or the Troll Shores, or whatever. You know how it is. We may change what we're going to do. But definitely North Downs next, after Yondershire. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. This is me, Catweasel, saying toodaloo. Bimblin, flip 'em off. Whee! See you next time.